My name is Miss Nancy, and I'm going to tell you a story about the hare and the tortoise. Long ago in a forest, some animals were resting under a tree after a long day, and their stomachs were also full because they had had their meal. Those animals were very tired that they did not want any disturbance. But suddenly, Hare came jumping up and down, singing his songs joyfully. And the animals were wondering, why is Hare coming here to disturb us and make noise? But Hare shouted, I am the fastest animal in the whole world. I'm the fastest animal in this forest. Nobody can defeat me. Ha ha ha! They all had a laugh. So they started checking who is that laughing. It was Mr. Tortoise. I want a race with you, Mr. Hare. I want to challenge you, and I think I can win this race. Mr. Hare asked him, are you sure, Tortoise, you're going to win? I don't want you to humiliate yourself. Just stop asking for that race. But Mr. Tortoise said, I want it tomorrow. Hare said, it's okay, let's do it. The following day, all the animals gathered ready to see this big race. So Mr. Tortoise and Mr. Hare went on the starting line, and all the animals were cheering, Hare, Hare, because they know Hare will win this race because Mr. Tortoise is very slow. So Mr. Elephant said, on your marks, get set. He blew the whistle. Mr. Hare moved very fast. He started running very fast that you could barely see him. Nobody would see him passing because he was as fast as lightning. And Mr. Tortoise was here going very slowly. Nobody was cheering him because he's very slow. So when Mr. Hare was running, he looked behind and he did not see Mr. Tortoise anywhere. And when he looked in front, he saw the finishing line is almost there. So he decided, I can take a rest. Furthermore, Mr. Tortoise will never win. I will win this race because I'm fast. So he went, slept on a rock, and took a deep nap. And he started snoring and snoring. On the other hand, Mr. Tortoise did not give up. He did not take a rest. He continued with his race. He continued, and nobody was cheering him. He continued and continued until he came and passed Mr. Hare because Mr. Hare was sleeping. Mr. Tortoise did not wake him because if he dared to wake him, Mr. Hare would win the race. Then everybody was shouting, Tortoise, 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 because Tortoise was almost winning the race. Mr. Hare, as he was sleeping, he heard those noises and he woke up and he was shocked to see that Mr. Tortoise was almost winning this race. So he woke up and dusted himself and moved very fast so that hoping that he can pass Mr. Tortoise. So Mr. Tortoise looked back and saw that Mr. Hare has woken up. So what does he do? He has to push himself harder so that Mr. Hare does not pass him. He went close to the finishing line. He went closer and closer. Mr. Hare also was approaching very fast. So what Mr. Tortoise did, when he reached to the finishing line, he used his head and his shoulders to push onto the finishing line so that he can be the first one. And that is how he won the race. Mr. Hare came very angry and sad, crying, asking his friends, what happened? Did Mr. Tortoise cheat? No, he did not cheat because he did not quit. He did not sleep like you slept. And Mr. Tortoise, that's why he won the race. Because he was brave enough to take that race with Mr. Hare. That is the end of my story, but it has some moral teachings. It's telling us that we should always be brave and we should never quit, like Mr. Tortoise. Mr. Tortoise never quit. He made sure that he reached to the finishing line. And that is how Mr. Tortoise was being celebrated by all the animals. All the animals started loving him because he was brave. And On the other hand, Mr. Hare, he was never cheered because he was always proud and proud and proud of himself. Always be like Mr. Tortoise because pride comes before a fall. That is the end of my story. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. See you later.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela and welcome to ABC, Angela's Book Club. I'm so excited to see you. I hope you're keeping safe during this COVID-19. I hope you're washing your hands, sanitizing, and even keeping social distance. This program we will be learning how to use books, how to read books, how to empower each other using books, instead of just sitting in front of the telly, hogging away precious time. Some of the most famous people in the world, like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, are avid book readers. They read books like eating. Historically, some of the most powerful cities and the most famous cities also had the biggest libraries, like Alexandria in Egypt. How do you know which book to read? The first question you need to ask yourself is, what is this book about? You can quickly find the information of the book on the cover of the book. The second question to ask yourself is this book knowledgeable? Is this book profitable? The first book that we start with is The Man Whose Mother Was a Pirate. This book reminds me of happiness, joy, and just being yourself, being surrounded by nature, just feeling yourself. So this book is very good for early readers, appropriate for children who are getting started in reading and may have challenges in reading. This book is for 5 to 7 year olds. Those are like children who are in grade 1 and 2. So let me get my book here and I'll show you how it looks. So this book has simple language and also comes with a bit slight of comedy. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of hint so that you'll also go to the book and find what happens next. So this man works in an office. He's usually bored, tired, just drawing lines on books every day. And so his mother is a pirate. So one day the mother decides to go out to sea. They don't have anything. All they have is a wheelbarrow, a kite, and a flower. So they make use of it, and the man actually carries his mother on the wheelbarrow going down to the sea. The man has never gone to sea, so this was like his first time. I can imagine his joy when he reached there. And this is how he was able to feel himself and be natural. Are you like this person when you're always just bored, nothing ever happens to you, and you're always just stuck in this modern day thing? You're always hogging the television, you're only 1 inch nose from your screen, or something like that. You can always feel natural by going out to the sea, taking a walk in the forest, or something like that. So the third book I have for you today is Have Fun, Other Hibiscus by a Nigerian author known as Antike. This talks about a girl named Anna Hibiscus. She lives in amazing Africa. She has a Canadian grandmother who lives in cold, wintry Canada. So one day, Anna embarks on a journey to go and visit her grandmother. Her grandmother keeps a dog, and Anna is very fearful of dogs. Whenever she sees a dog, she'll either freeze or faint. When she reaches her grandmother's place, she learns to overcome her fears of living with dogs. And are you like Anna? You're always fearing something, either you're fearing the dark at night. This book is a really good book to help you overcome your challenges. It's appropriate for children 7 to 10 years. And actually, I wouldn't say it's appropriate for 7 to 10 years. It's appropriate for anyone who wants to overcome their fears. So get this book and have a great lesson on how to overcome your life's challenges. So the third book I have, it's the last but not the least, is Moses. Moses is a series of books of 11 books. I'll be giving you the series per the limits. So this is the first book of the series. On this book is a boy named Moses. He's in his 6th No, he's just suspended from his 6th high school, now in his 7th. Now in this 7th school, which is known as Mukimbi's International School for the Sons of African Gentlemen. I don't know where he got that name. Now he arrives in this school, and this school doesn't have the amenities like his other school. So the school is of mud buildings, the food is always with weevils or insects, the school is always dirty with garbage everywhere, the dorms are flooded with water every time it rains. And so now Moses is in his new school. So one night he goes to bed and finds a baby on his bed. I don't know where he got it, but if you really want to find out where he got it, go and grab this book, watch your ribs crack if you laugh too hard. These were the books I recommend for you today. I'll repeat so that you can either go and buy them. First book I have for you was The Man Whose Mother Was a Pirate by Margaret Mahy, Have Fun and a Hibiscus by Antike, Moses by Barbara Kimenye. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's learn about these amazing friends that we pass every day. See you, bye!
My name is Abigail Nyambura. I will be doing acrobats. Thank you for watching, guys. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi. Look at my stomach. Look, guys. And Mom, this one. Together. Oh, this way. More. 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 It's getting finished. Okay. I can stand and look on. Then put that. Mommy, hold this one. Mommy, hold it.
What have you put inside there?
Soda. So they can see. Look up here. It's Mommy, look, it's growing. A big giant clam. A five dum 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 dum. Hello. This one that takes your phone. Mommy's going to grow.